Hello, today we will be discussing units of mass. Units of mass. So, first the SI unit of mass. Mass is kilogram and it is represented with the symbol kg. So, kilogram is the SI unit of mass. So, this is the standardized mass. Kilogram is the standardized mass that we use to measure the mass of other objects. So, how this kilogram was defined or how much mass we have taken to be called as kilogram. How we defined this or how we standardize the some mass to be taken as kilogram. So, what did we did for that? In 1889, we took a cylindrical piece of platinum iridium alloy. So, a cylindrical piece of platinum so platinum iridium alloy we took one cylindrical piece of platinum iridium alloy and we said that whatever mass is contained in this cylindrical piece, that will be termed as kilogram, that will be standardized as kilogram. So, this was standardized to measure the mass of other objects. So, in terms of this kilogram, we used to measure the mass of other objects, and this we standardized by taking one particular cylindrical piece of platinum iridium alloy. So, a piece we took and its mass we named it or we called it as 1 kilogram. So, now this cylindrical piece, it is kept at International Bureau of Weights and Measures. This bureau is near about, it is near Paris. Near Paris. It is located near about Paris. So, first we standardize the kilogram. Now, this kilogram will be used to measure the mass of other objects. That means, how much mass is contained in this object to be measured using this cylindrical piece of platinum. How many times this kilogram is contained in this object. But new definition came into last year, that is on 20th May 2009. A new definition came into force. So, since 1889 we have been using this definition, but on 20th May 2019 a new definition came into force. So, what were the reasons that led to the redefinition of the kilogram? So, what were the problems which occurred in this definition? So, why is the kilogram redefined? So, what are the reasons behind the redefine? Why is the kilogram redefined? So, what are the reasons that led to the redefinition of the kilogram? So, the problem was that this kilogram, we usually refer it as international, that is, this piece is referred to as international prototype of the kilogram. This kilogram, this piece doesn't weigh the same. It doesn't always weigh the same. Its mass keeps on varying. So, what were the reasons that led to the change in the mass of this piece? So, see here, now this piece was kept under 3 bell jars. This cylindrical piece of platinum iridium alloy, it was kept under 3 bell jars, but still its mass changed. So, what was the reason? That this piece that we call IPK, this is referred to as IPK. pk. So this piece used to pick up the microparticles. So this used to pick up the particles of dust, microparticles of dirt, and it used to get affected by the environment, or we can say atmosphere. And these two led to the change in mass, of IPK. So, and as we know, sometimes this piece requires cleaning as well, so which as well affect the mass. So what happens? So whenever we clean this piece, so some of the electrons get transferred, and as the electrons are lost, so mass is changed. We see the loss in change of the mass of the standard kilogram. So as we know, we live in the modern world and there are pollutants in around the atmosphere, so they can stick to the mass and it can change the mass. So we redefined the kilogram, and now this redefinition, so how it was redefined? It involves accurate weighing. So what it involves? This new definition involves accurate weighing machine. So we developed a accurate weighing machine as well, and this machine was called as Kibble balance. So Kibble balance, and it makes the use of the Planck's constant. It makes the use of Planck's constant, and measures the mass of the object using very precisely measured electromagnetic force. So very precisely measured electromagnetic force it used to measure the mass of the object. So using a precisely measured electromagnetic force, small mass, and some contains very, very small mass. So for example, objects are in very, very large size. They are very large in size. So they can be sun, any other stars, heavenly bodies, planets, or neutron stars, etc. Or large mass, that can be, for example, a bag of rice, etc. Or small mass, in daily life we use smaller, a pinch of salt, etc. Or very, very small size. So for example, the atomic particles, such as protons, electrons, etc. So as we discussed till now, kg is the unit of mass. So for some of the very, very large mass, kg will be a very, very small unit, and for very, very small mass, kg will be very big unit. So we want some multiples of kg to measure the small mass, or the multiples of kg to measure the large mass. So we need bigger units as well as smaller units as well, so that these can be conveniently measured, or our unit should be of convenient size. So we can convert kg into bigger units, we can convert kg into smaller units. So now we'll be discussing first subatomic units of kilogram. So subunits, as we all know, mainly the gram. First we're discussing gram. So gram, for example, we have taken 1 kilogram and we divided this kilogram into 1000 equal parts. So 1 kg we divided into 1000 parts, and each part will be equal to 1 gram. So we can say 1 gram equal to 1 by 1000th part of kg, or 1 kg equal to 10 raised to power 3 gram, or 1 gram equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 kg. So this is the relation between kg and gram. In powers of 10, we can convert kg into gram or gram into kg. Second, if we need further smaller unit, milligram. So if we take 1 kilogram and divide it into million parts, million equal parts, so each part will be equal to 1 milligram. So 1 milligram equal to 1 by 10 raised to power 6 kg, or 10 raised to power minus 6 kilogram. So we did million part of the kilogram, equal million parts of the kilogram, and each part will be equal to 1 mg. Or in 1 kilogram, how many mg will be there? 10 raised to power 6 milligram. And we can relate gram and milligram as well. So 1 gram will be equal to 1000 milligram, or 1 milligram equal to 1 by 1000 gram, or equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 gram. So these are the subunits of kg. Now we will be discussing multiple units of kg. So these are the multiple units of kg, means we are discussing bigger units. For example, first one, quintal. So in 1 quintal there are 100 kg. So 100 kg makes 1 quintal. Next we will be discussing metric ton. Metric ton. So 1 metric ton equal to 1000 kg. So in 1 metric ton there are 1000 kilogram. Or if we relate metric ton and quintal, so in 1 metric ton there will be 10 quintal. So we can conveniently change unit from one to the so we can conveniently change the unit from smaller to the bigger unit of kilogram. And now we'll be discussing non-metric units. Non-metric units. So first we'll be discussing very small unit, that is used to measure the size of mass of the atomic particles. Particles such as neutron, proton, electron. So for the measurement of mass of these particles, we mainly use unit as AMU, atomic mass unit. And how we define atomic mass unit? What we do? We take one carbon 12 atom. So we have taken one carbon 12 atom of carbon 12, and we divided it by 12. So whatever the mass comes, that will be 1 AMU. So for example, we have taken one mole of C12 and its mass is 12 gram. So 1 mole of C12 contains the mass 12 gram. Now in 1 mole there are 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms. So this much atoms of C12 weighs how much mass? 12 gram. So one atom will weigh, one atom mass will be mass of one atom of C12, carbon 12, it will be 12 gram divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 grams. Now 1 mu as it was defined, mass of carbon 12 atom divided by 12. So 1 AMU equal to 1/12 into 1/12 of 12 divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 gram. 12 get cancelled. So 1 AMU equal to 1 divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 gram. If we convert this into kg, we have to divide these by 1000. So 1 AMU in terms of kg will be 1 divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 26 kg. And so 1 AMU comes out to be 1.66 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kg. So this is the value of 1 AMU in terms of kg. 1.66 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kg. Now we will be discussing very bigger units. For example, solar mass. So it is a unit to measure the mass of very large objects such as heavenly bodies, for example stars. So solar mass means mass of sun. So one solar mass is mass of sun, and so one solar mass comes out to be 2 into 10 raised to power 30. So one solar mass comes out to be 2 into 10 raised to power 30 kilogram. So this is the large unit to measure the mass of very large object. For example, sun, stars, it may be neutron stars or other stars.